What's up, YouTube? T-Moose here. Now, 2021 had some really decent animated films of the year, so I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite anime movies of 2021. So, with that being said, here's my list. Alright, coming in at number 10 might be a little unpopular, but I thought it was really decent, and that is, of course, The Boss Baby Family Business. Now, the first film, I gotta say, the first Boss Baby, which did not get much love or anything like that. I thought the first Boss Baby was pretty fine. And when they announced the sequel, I was like, okay, where the sequel's gonna go? I thought the sequel was really decent. It wasn't as good as the first film, but it definitely had some really decent, humor. Which this time around you have Adele's Templeton, who is now a staying-at-home dad for these two daughters, while his estranged brother Ted is a big shot CEO, and they pretty much take a magic formula that transforms them into babies for 48 hours. Join forces with Tim's secret agent Dora. They must go undercover to prevent an evil genius from turning fellow toddlers into monstrous rats here. And you have some really decent voices. Like, of course, you got Alec Baldwin reprising his role as the character of Ted. Other voices, include the likes of James Marsden, Amy Sedaris, Jeff Goldblum, Eva Longoria, directed by Tom McGrath, who also gave us Megamind. I thought the film had some really decent humor. Was a really decent follow-up to 2017's Boss Baby. I mean, of course, this movie did got released both Deers and Peacock on the same day. I was actually lucky enough to watch the thing in Deers, and it was a really fun Deer experience. So if they go ahead and do it like a third Boss Baby, I'll definitely be checking out another one. All right, number nine might be unpopular too, but I actually didn't mind it so much, and that is the Daru Wimpy film that premiered on Disney Plus. Now, I thought the animation style, well, at times was a little weird, but most majority I know was really decent. Great. I mean, it's pretty much similar to the animation style is pretty much similar to the Bucks, so I could kind of see why they decided to go with this animation route. But I still thought technically, this Diary Movie Kid felt more like a special than an actual feature. It was pretty short, but I still thought it was really decent. The kid from Good Boys, Brady Noon, of course, voices Greg. He did a really good job. I thought the one who voiced Roderick was really decent. It had some really fun humor. Definitely was just like a remake, like an animation remake of the 2010 live action version. But I still had fun with it, and I'm really intrigued to check out where they're going to take Roderick Rules at, which premieres on Disney Plus next year. So we'll see where that goes. All right, number eight, I'm going to go with Ron's Gone Wrong. Now, Ron's Gone Wrong, I thought was a really decent anime film, featuring the voices of Hangover stars Zach Galifianakis and Ed Helms, Justin Smith, Jack Dylan Grazer. He has some really cool voices here. Of course, here you got this kid named Bonnie, voiced by Jack Dylan Grazer, who's this socially awkward schoolboy who receives this robot named Ron, who's this walking, talking, digitally connected device that's supposed to be his best friend. And so Bonnie is excited to finally have his own robot until his new toy starts to hilariously malfunction and everything, and the stock prices, and he wants to these shady executive want to protect his company's stock prices at once. The and Olivia Colman was also in this. It looks like she had a ding in this year where she's in two anime films that includes you know that includes a digitally thing gone wrong. But I really thought Ron's Gone Wrong had some really fun humor. The effects was really decent. Not a bad little film. I mean, it's definitely was also one of the first few films from 20th Century Studios. Sadly, the movie did not do so well. It only made 60.4 million. I wish it did a little more, but it is what it is, I guess. All right. Number seven, I'm gonna go with the Addams Family 2. Maybe another unpopular opinion, but I thought the Addams Family 2, while not as good as the first film, I still thought Addams Family 2 definitely had some really fun moments. The road trip aspect, I did quite like the road trip aspect. The voices, once again, by Charlize Theron, Oscar Isaac, Snoop Dogg literally voices cousin It. That's perfect casting right there. Because when every time It comes on screen, you not even know that's Snoop Dogg until his songs start playing in the background. So yeah, but I still thought this was a really decent one. Chloe Moretz again, once again voicing Wednesday was really see their one to make one. But if we don't get their one, at least we got that Wednesday show to look forward to on Netflix. All right, number 6, I go Ryan Last. Still thought it was really decent. Of course, Ryan the Last Dragon was pretty much the first movie I was able to watch in theaters when they reopened this year. So technically, Ryan the Last Dragon was the first film I was able to watch in theaters this year. So that's really cool right there. But that aside, I still thought it was terrific. The animation's great. The voices by Awkwafina, Kelly Marie Tran, Gemma Chan, Daniel Day Kim, Ross Butler, Sandra Oh. Love the voices. The animation's great. The visuals is stunning. The looks of the dragon is terrific. I really adore this movie, and not many people were even seeing it. But if you guys haven't seen it, it is on the. All right, number 5. I'm gonna go with Vivo. Now, of course, this is pretty much like a Michael Rooker, and it's about like this music loving King Kaju who embarks on like this journey of lifetime to fulfill his destiny and deliver a love tune. Of course, voices the Kikachu here. Um, the soundtrack is bonkers. I really adore the soundtrack here. Uh, it's a really decent, cute, charming film. Of course, the movie was supposed to go with theirs, but obviously, I guess obviously, maybe because of the pandemic or anything, they decided to just release this thing on Netflix, and I guess it was best for it because I know it was still a really decent film worth checking out on Netflix. Like Netflix has done really good with their animation content, and I'm gonna get you more on them in a bit. All right, number 4, I'm gonna go with Encanto. And speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, Encanto, of course, features by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Stephanie Beatrice was great in this. Woman Valderrama, John Leguizamo. I just thought, the music is fantastic. I really adore the music. Encanto is definitely an intriguing film worth checking out. Uh, it is beautifully stunning, heartfelt, really terrific film. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, it just premiered on Disney Plus today, so definitely give that one a go. All right. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Luca. Now, Luca, of course, is not really like Pixar's best work or anything, but I still thought it was a really decent film. Worth checking out. Of course, you also had Jack the Gracer, from Ron's Gone Wrong Fame. Sorry about that. Now, of course, if you guys don't know much about the story of this, it was, of course, supposed to go to theaters, but it's actually just released thing straight to Disney Plus. And it's where like set in like a beautiful seaside town, Arden Town in Rivera. It's a coming of age story about this kid who pretty much if he like gets splashy, pretty much is like a sea monster. So he people also like to eat that stuff. So he has tried to find ways to hit it and everything. And it's a really such a intriguing film. Great animation, great voices. I mean, you got the likes of Jacob Tremblay, you've got Jack Del Grazer, Maya Rudolph, Jim Gaffigan, uh, Emma Berman. He has some really cool voices here. Sacha Baron Cohen was even in this. It's really cute. It's charming. It's what Pixar does best. They do know how to make some. You had, Bono was great in this. Bobby Cannavale, Halsey was terrific. I thought the voices was cool. The music was great. The duet by Bono and Scarlett Johansson was terrific. I just really had a fun time with this one, and it's definitely a really decent anime sequel worth checking out. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. All right, my number 1 favorite anime movie of the year goes to The Mitchells versus the Machines. I, I was a little lopsided. Like I was probably going to maybe add maybe a Kanto or maybe Luca or anything, but I'm going to go with Mitchells versus the Machine. Mitchells versus the Machine was an anime film that I I was actually interested in and all. I did not expect you to enjoy it as much as it did. It is so fun. I mean, it shows how dangerous technology could be and all, and it's a really decent one. Of course, this is a movie that was supposed to go in theaters at one point, but it got released straight to but it got released straight to Netflix. You did have a good voice cast here, though. You had Abby Jacobson, Danny McBride, Olivia Colman. You had Maya Rudolph. Eric Andre was in this. You even had Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. You had some really cool voices, and it's a really fun one. Great humor. Great road trip film. Another road trip anime movie in this list, by the way. Definitely really decent film about father and daughter time. About family and all. It's a really intriguing film. Worth checking out. It's still a shame that this was not a theater release, but it is what it is. I'm hoping this movie actually wins the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. I still think that could easily go to Encanto, but we'll see. Mission vs. Mission is definitely a really decent one we're checking out. All right, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, The Boss Baby Family Business. 9, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. 8, Ron's Gone Wrong. 7, The Addams Family 2. 6, Raya and the Last Dragon. 5, Vivo. 4, Encanto. 3, Luca. 2, Sing 2. And number 1 is Mission vs. Machine. Now, there's loads of other ones I probably could have added too. Let me quote some other films. All right. Space Jam 2 is definitely, despite having cartoons in it, I still don't consider anime, so because it has like live action features, Anyway, The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf was really decent. There's the Injustice movies. What else we got here? Back Should Be Outback, which by the way I actually just saw it. That wasn't so bad. Just saw Rumble, wasn't so bad either. Paw Patrol wasn't actually as bad as I expected it to be. Let's see what else we got here. Spirit Untamed was okay. But anyway, I don't know. Let me lead you guys. What are some of your favorite? Oh, and not to mention Pokemon Secret of the movie also got released this year as well. Anyway, let me lead you guys. What are some of your favorite anime movies of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Tim signing out.